Okay, hello there, Warben. Here we are with a commentary of Populous at the beginning. We're actually live on Twitch, commentating our first ever multiplayer game of Populous live. I believe this is well. If it succeeds, this will be the first time. I tried commentating a few before and it didn't work. And naturally, when you try to commentate a game, Populous multiplayer on the Populous community, the popular Populous map is Nübrimnir Palace, and that is exactly what we're playing today, or what we're watching rather. Game looks fine. Good to know. Good to know. So in red here, we are spectating Betaenemy. He's the blue on the other side here, and he is the Venetica or something like that. And yellow is Venetica. There's Venetico and there's Venetica, and in green we have Shogun. It's in Shogun Total War. Is the music on? Can you hear the music? I don't know if I put the music on. Let me just pause. I can't pause the game. I tried to pause the game, guys. I can't do that. Can I stop my own music? Yes, I don't. Don't hear any music, guys, so let's fix this. There we go. Well, there's your music. It's not very loud, but it'll do. Sound effects seem much louder. It'll do. I mean, for the first 5 minutes, we can filter with the sound settings because this is Nübrimnir Palace. Sorry, not Sesame. No music yet. Music should be on now. But the wave sound effect seems really loud to me. Why that is? Thought of trying to jump into a game on Twitch as soon as one was available, so there's no waiting around for whisk time. Like straight in here, getting this game going. Okay, so the players naturally, we've got a few of these videos on the channel. And it's always it may not be the most professional or real true expertise type gameplay, but my god, this always produces funny videos to watch. So I hope it's another similar one to that. There's always something mental that happens, something crazy that happens, some sort of really noobish player, but it ends up pulling off perfectly, like 3 people bounce into the water. It's always fun. So I may not like the level as such, but it's always fun to commentate on in a humorous way. Can you guys hear that sound effect? Is it the wave sound? It's so loud to me. It's so loud to me. Is it maybe external? All I can hear is waves. Whoosh. Is it just me? Hang on, let's go world view. Maybe that changes the track. No, it's still there. It's definitely game related, because when I go into world view, the music stops and the sound stops. Go back down. All I hear is waves. Could it be related to when I was messing about on the stream yesterday and I put island mode on? Maybe this is island mode. It's just so loud. Waves are a little loud. Yeah, what? I've never had this before. Let's turn off the sound. Yeah, the sound's off. Let's put it back on. It's like Green's making a play here, guys. Green's making a play towards the center while we're trying to fix the sound. Oh, he's been lit! He got lit up! Wrecked! And the waves are still too fucking loud. Well, you're going to have to make do with the wave sounds, guys. But Green was going for a push there with an earthquake. By the sounds of it, he sounds like he had an earthquake because he was typing that to... in the chat, I guess, to his ally, but everyone could see it. And then he got lit by blue, I believe. Now, red here with an earthquake. If he's unlucky, he's going to go for an earthquake. Red, there's a ghost to get past. Is there anyone in this tower? There was. He's dead now. Oh, red's been lit up by yellows. Yellow's beautiful lightning there. These waves are doing my tits in. So why are the waves so loud? Why are the waves so loud? If I go here, can I hear the waves? What if I zoom in? Can I hear the waves? No waves. No waves. We're missing the action, so maybe let's go back to the action rather than focus on the waves. It looks like yellow got a lightning off against blue Shaman. Blue Shaman's dead now. There's no defense for blue or red. Red Shaman's just come back. This is going to get earthquake for sure because there's the hut there. That hut's going to get taken down. I mean, if you put a hut next to a tower on some lowland, it looks juicy to be earthquaked, and it's going to get earthquaked. I mean, come on. It's bound to happen. All of them braves are causing some fuss there. They're about 4... Gee, what's this brave made of? He's still going at it. There's the earthquake. Is he dead? Oh, that was a good... That was a good brave. And there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nübrimnir Palace earthquake. It's a perfect... Look at that. Look at that. That takes 2 flattens to get over. Look at that. That is magnificent. If you really want to noob your way through a game, you earthquake the ground, you get this big hole here. And yes, I mean, even Red's charging flatten now, because as we know, flatten was intended to be used for getting across, from collecting one point of land to another point of land as a bridge. That's what flatten was created for, definitely not the spell that was called land bridge. Anyway, moving on. What are they going to do now? They're just going to sit back, get a couple of flattens, because Yellow here is praying for the land bridge spell, which is in the obelisk, or in the gargoyle here. So Yellow will get a land bridge spell to maybe to keep a hold of in case they get cut off by a cheeky earthquake, or to expand at the back and make some more land. Or you can connect his ally over here in case they get cut off, which is a popular strat, to earthquake here and cut one ally off, so just double the other one. One enemy off, double the other one. Do we know what rank these players are? I'm trying to remember. I jumped in the game so quick. I think Reds... I don't know. I think it's about average. It's probably about even Stevens. I mean, they've all probably spent, you know, this map about 1,000 times, so they should all have fairly bit of experience with it. Red's here. Red's on 47 pop. Getting his base well, but let's have a look at Blue. Blue's getting some warriors now. It looks like he actually flattened over here to get some more land. He's still got his hut there, so it wasn't spicy enough. Yellow... I think Yellow got the land bridge, but I didn't hear anything. I think the waves are ruining the whole experience. All I can hear is waves. I can't hear spell icons or anything. Okay. There's a flatten. He's got another one. Yellow's obviously aware now, and a good shot by Yellow onto Red Shaman. Red Shaman's going to have to wait to reincarnate now, because that's how Populous works. Well done, Craig. Top commentary, as always. It's a good shot. A couple of towers here from Blue, the Venetica. Red's got no towers himself. He's been using these trees to upgrade his buildings, as he should be. Go pray, for fuck's sake. You already are praying. Are they sharing them? Okay, they're sharing them. It's really pleasant how allies, you know, talk to one another. Fuck's sake, go and take a prayer, will you? Looks like he's wanting to go back and make some land. Okay, there's the flatten across. You haven't actually got the... Okay. Oh, he's missed. They're going for a counter tornado here, and then there's so much water, he's bound to go in the water. Blasting the bottom of the... Yeah, he's dead. If you blast the bottom of the tornado, the Shaman still takes damage, like proximity damage from the blast, so it's a good way that if you get like 5 or 6 blasts off while it's still in the tornado, you can kill the Shaman. It looks like Green's just going to wreck all of it. Another earthquake. An earthquake here on top of already damaged land, so it's going to go this way, just by the way it works. So yeah, it sunk that hut there. A couple of flattens here. Alright. A couple of flattens by Yellow. Didn't use a land bridge, though. Another flatten by Red to try and get it back across. That's it. I'm making a Nub Palace parody map. I don't know how you could exaggerate it anymore, James. I don't know how you could exaggerate this map anymore. I'd love to see it. But it's already a kind of a parody of itself, isn't it? I've got no ice today, so I'm not having any whiskey neat. I'm having it more manlier. There's a flatten. Oh, ho, ho! There we go. This is what this level's all about. Oh, I thought Blue was going to sink his ally there as well to top it off. There we go. All that mana spent to make it harder to get across. Remember, a flatten is about 1,150 points of mana. If you round it down, I think in game values it's like 11,500, but we use 1,150. And an earthquake is 1,750, so for an extra 600 mana, you get an earthquake, which is 1,000 times better than a flatten. But they're forced to use flatten to try and get across this land, and it's just crazy. Yeah. Now they're across, but they've had to use so much mana to get across now. Yellow and green are such an advantage. Another perfect lightning, but a lightning in counter there against red. Up against yellow and red. Now just green and blue remain here. Who's going to kill one another? Green's got no troops for support. Red sending some troops of his own against yellow's fire warriors. Last there from yellow's going to do the job. Blue shaman standing still. Now he's on the move. My game seems to be lagging a bit. These waves do my tits in. Series of blasts here. Looks like blue's not really reacting. Oh man, he's... Look at that. Dead body on the water. Green Shaman got blasted and punched at the same time, making some sort of like Falcon Punch effect where the player character just flies across like lightning speed. So they've took over the middle now, blue, and if red comes up to help, red's on his way now. You can see Shaman moving on the top, but he's just coming from the reincarnation site. Yellow should be coming back as well. Yes, he is. Now yellow's looking very nice with all these big huts. Red should have a lot of huts as well. Yeah, red's on 86 men. Out of a potential, if I can get my mouse to move in this lag, 101. Oh, red's looking good. Blue's got a lot less upgraded huts. Of course, he went for the warrior hut and the towers at the front, so he's used the wood elsewhere. Now, blue's fire warrior is heading straight forward here. That's just a waste of fire warriors. There's a shaman right there. Ooh, there's an earthquake from red. Get their men back, blue. Get their men back. Okay, green's now cut off. Of course, I imagine green has got a land bridge anyway, can connect straight back over, and he's probably got some flattens charged because it's quite deep into the game. Or yellow can just do it for him. There we go. These troops here just getting sent to the abyss because they're going to get killed quite easily. Why is my game like scratching? Populous, man. Every time a new Windows update comes out, the game gets worse. Just the whole computer gets worse. Waiting for something exciting to happen, guys. Keep trying to deselect the shim, but obviously I'm not playing. This map with boats. Oh, the waves are reminding me of boats, actually, guys. Remove flatten and the map is perfect. Oh, that's a great idea. You have to connect with volcanoes. Or just fly across with tornadoes and hope you land. I mean, sometimes an earthquake can make extra land as well. Very rare, just by damage land gets across the lava. Oh, that's a good shot by red on yellow shaman. A firestorm from green, but green shaman's being killed. If red can kill these fire warriors now, he'd be a magician because he's dead. So that was a firestorm from green, which indicates he's got a lot of mana. He's got a lot of mana. He hasn't really attacked apart from the 1-2 earthquakes. You haven't had to use flatten to connect. Yellow's been using flatten to create land and to connect him back to the middle. So green's obviously had that mana to waste, I would say, there, because there wasn't really much there worthy of a firestorm. His shaman died, so he can't push through the firestorm and have immunity to church because he's dead. He's dead! Them fires were... Okay, Blue, you're going to have to blast them if you want to survive. You've got to kill the enemy that surrounds you. Your shaman can't be stood around by 80 fire warriors and just expect to live. Unless you're playing on Nübrimnir Palace and you're in the centre of the map, then yes, it is quite bugged. Okay, not to get across. Make it happen, James. Okay, there's a little hill here that sort of must be annoying the blue shaman because he keeps standing behind it like it can't get up. Why are you here praying at the gargoyle? The question, guys, I'm gonna pose to you now. The question is, if your shaman worships the gargoyle and gets it near the top, and then she dies like so, like that lightning, because she just stood still, can a follower maintain the level? You can't go up with a follower, but does the follower stop the level from going down? I think I need to test it out. Okay, I missed lightning there from green against red. Red just managed to survive. Red's on his own here. Blue's just sending followers after followers in at the shamans and They're dying, basically. I'm sensing another earthquake going to come here because there's like, ooh, Red Shaman survived the lightning. They almost ducked into the water. I'm sensing an earthquake here because there's like eight Braves here, guys, and fire arrows and towers and huts. Yep. Earthquake here, might be a deeper here, might be a bit better. Yeah, not the best one, but it has cut them off again, and it sank the hut. And now they can pray for more land bridges and just create more land and just, you know, snowball, basically, guys. It's a bit like face-off. Once you've got the middle, you can just snowball with the win. If you cut the enemy off here, you can just snowball the win. Unless you're playing against better players, obviously. Blue still got his huts all upgraded. Reds are all good. I've flattened here from blue to get it back to the center of the map. Who is playing? Well, I would tell you, but I mean, I don't want to ruin the experience of not knowing. There's a bit of a lag there for me. Fire arrows of green are holding this little choke point here, so people have got to pass through here. Although they just got wrecked by blue's fire warriors. Lightning there from blue or from red. Blue's dead. Blue's not done much this game. I feel like blue is a bit of like a dead leg. You're just dragging it along. Dragging it along. Red here has got a firestorm. We're spectating red, who's Mammoth. We can see he's got a firestorm on his bar there. He's got 2 earthquakes. He's charging another flatten. I guess to flatten this land. That brave there. Oh, I thought they were going to knock his ally into the. Look on, that brave's doing it. Oh, he's managed to get away. Shaman's got away with thanks to a swarm against one measly brave. Here come the troops now, going to get blasted in the water. Red Shaman's coming, making more land across to get across now. Let's see if Red can do anything against 2 Shamans. There's 1 shot, another tornado's been cast on him, and there's lots. Oh, he's going to get thrown in the middle, but there's fire warriors there as well. My mouse is slow, and Red's still alive. He's still alive. Killed some fire warriors there as well. He's dead now, and yeah, they survived. Okay, the middle's still secure there. Blue Shaman has just come back. He's making his way out of his base. I'm sensing someone's going to have a cheeky volcano, guys. I'm sensing. I mean, there's not much attacking happening here. We've seen an earthquake by the yellow and the green players here like 3 or 4 times now and then. And we're at 17 minutes, so they've got more mana, guys. They're charging bigger spells. There's a flatten. Oh, he tried to flatten that to make it more land, and he just got rid of the land. Just the wastage of mana that comes from this ridiculous game. I can't even call it a mechanic. It's just this restricted gameplay. This is restrictive Populous. I mean, the online restrictions are already restrictive as enough to sort of create a manageable game, a fair game. But then you just restrict it even more by getting rid of land bridge and then just spamming earthquakes on this flattest land possible. And then using flatten to get across. Yeah, yellow's got another earthquake on the lightning on, and it's just on the same thing. They just earthquake in the same patch. The earthquake in the same patch. Earthquake a little deeper. Don't just repeat the same thing. This patch here, if I could highlight it, because I'm sort of highlighting. My game is just what's going on. Let me highlight. What's going on with this game? The waves are so loud. It won't let me highlight stuff. I think it's because red's doing something while I'm trying to highlight, but still. Okay, so yellows, they're actually going across themselves. They cut themselves off and then cut themselves and put themselves back over. That the mind boggles. But we're going to get another earthquake here for sure. Of course, this is ripe for earthquake, and you got 3 towers, 5 huts. You want to get an earthquake in here, or a firestorm, I suppose. Any shaman's going to get caught in this. The blue shaman was caught in the firestorm. She's running back now. We've got no defense here, no towers here. The shaman can get into. Looks like green's going to make a play down the side there. Yellow shaman's head back to the gargoyle. Blue shaman's coming out now, just standing still. Blue does this a lot, stands still a lot. And yep, gets you killed. You don't stand still when you're a shaman. You've got to keep moving. Here come fire warriors here to try and get green shaman. Green shaman's got to pay attention. Another firestorm, that'll get him straight in there. Then fire warriors just dived. They saw the firestorm and they just jumped into the water. They jumped into the water. I want to see a volcano because you must have so much mana. 2 earthquakes will be enough though. 2 earthquakes, a couple of tornadoes, 2 firestorms to get it. That's a beautiful earthquake. Oh, 5 sank. Oh man. And blue sending all these men to green shaman. That's the win, guys. Blue's out the game. 1 attack is all it took. I know green shaman's dead, like, but blue's not got much to work with. It looks like we had a firestorm in the middle. I'm guessing by red. Oh, I don't think red had two. Maybe by yellow. I'm not sure. But either way, both shamans died there. Blue shaman's still alive, making land with a flatten. Ooh. Shift click the yellow icon. Why? There were some good earthquakes. As far as I'm aware, if I shift click these icons, I can spectate someone else. I changed the panels, is that right? I don't really know. I think I tried it before, it didn't work, or someone told me that it crashes, so I never tried it because I don't want... Spectating mode has a habit of crashing anyway, so I want to try and limit the amount of potential there is for crashing the game by changing players that I'm spectating. Oh man, green shaman not paying any attention, doesn't really need to. Oh, two lightnings! Both of them red, both shamans dead. Now, red. He has got Swarm for these Fire Warriors. He needs to use... Oh no, he's gone for a Firestorm. I think a Swarm might have been better. But I guess it was sort of a panic Firestorm because he wants to get through as soon as possible before the Shamans come back. Now, which way is he going to go? He's going to go to Yellow because Yellow's got no towers here. Just these Fire Warriors coming now. If he can swarm these and then blast them into the water, then got to keep going. Got to keep clicking and casting because Yellow Shaman's back already. And now this is where the Firestorm would have been better. He's died. The Earthquake was off, but it didn't do anything not worthy of the attack. The thing is, when you swarm a group of Fire Warriors like that, you have to make sure they die. Otherwise, they all get scattered and then they come straight back for the Shaman. And it's obviously a lot harder to kill Fire Warriors when they're all scattered around you in a perfectly formed swarm, scaredy type circle type thing. Earthquake. Yeah. An earthquake in the center that did nothing. Literally did nothing. Apart from damage a bit of land. And Yellow with the counter flatten. The counter flatten. Blue's here just in. How is Blue still alive? He's not. Okay, that was. It's like the Fire Warriors didn't want to shoot him. Are they secretly allied? Are they secretly allied? Okay. Now, I don't think they need to worry about Blue right now, so they should head towards Red. Red Shaman's just died. I don't know where the Red Shaman was. He must have got hit by that Firestorm, perhaps, and got knocked into the water. Or he took a Lightning, which Green just cast. There's a Tornado in one tower. Now, let's hope Green Shaman doesn't get picked up. Well, let's hope he does, because it would be more interesting. He's going to have another Firestorm, that's for certs. An Earthquake. Another Earthquake. And he just blasted them Braves to get away. That's not so. What about this next one? No, they're not the greatest, but let's cut him off. Let's cut him off. He's going to have to. Yeah, Red's charging Red's charging a flatten now to get just across this tiny thing here. Red's charging a flatten. Oh, Blue Shaman dead. Hopefully in the next game we can maybe commentate a different map. But I didn't even check to see what game was being played. I just jumped into a game because you know how difficult it is to spectate games. Ooh. Red's base is still very, very healthy. It's Blue which is the problem. Blue's actually rebuilding, trying to get back himself in the game. Green Shaman's being killed. However, Firestorm here from Yellow and an Earthquake from Yellow as well in Blue's base. Red Shaman's being accosted by all these Braves. Blue Shaman's back. Another Earthquake from Yellow. Blue Shaman not moving. Old David's die hard, you know. Okay, Red Shaman was killed by Green. Yellow Shaman still alive in Blue's base here, causing a bit of havoc. Blue's coming to try and stop him. He must have very limited amounts of mana because he's got next to no Braves. And there's a good lightning from Yellow. Venetica hit the Venetico. See if Yellow can get out of here. Want to attack Red. I mean, Yellow's got land bridges, right? He could just land bridge across here and attack through the back. Well, like the other side, the back. I guess depending on the way you look at it, it's a back. This is more like the side, the right side. Red sending Braves at the Yellow Shaman just to try and stop them from advancing. Slow down the inevitable by the looks of it, because there's not really much defense here apart from one empty tower. I want to see a volcano to top it off. A bit of a fire warrior army coming this way. They need to teach troops how to jump. They could clear that gap easily, right? Or swim, yeah. I don't know. Was swimming a prevalent thing back in the days? I'm thinking this, the way they construct and stuff, it's all wooden. There's no like metal, so this must be like the primitive eras. Was swimming a thing back then? Probably. Just dropping everything on the floor. Roundabout, why isn't he tiny? Green's in. Green's in. Green's up. He's going to land and cast a volcano. It's going to be glorious. Oh, he's in the water. And he put a panic earthquake. That was a... What? Let's see how it does. It still gets a hut. You can cast earthquakes anywhere. It'll still sink a hut, guys. Blue going to get his fire hut up for the third time. I feel like they should just send some troops at the blue, and that would probably do the trick. My hands are freezing. This whiskey isn't warm me at all. And it warms my my innards for a moment, but it doesn't warm my hands up. Fire always coming to blue. Anyone else in the matchmaker at the moment? Is there any other games going? Any more intense games going on different maps? My hands are freezing. I wish I could remove them tool tips. Damage ground, can't rebuild on. Yes, I know. I've been playing the game for 20 years. We know what it is. Turn that off, the tool tips. You can only make them floating or scrolling in the menu options. Maybe in the beta version they can just turn them off completely. Ooh, red shaven killed by a few fire warriors there. Blue coming to help out. Let's check on the bases here to see how big they are. Yeah, they're all big, but they can't get any bigger because they haven't got land bridge. They could flatten and make a bit more, but they just want to keep putting the pressure on to kill the enemy now. Because they're pretty much on the brink of death. Fire warriors from red here. Yellow and green have their own here, so maybe they should send these in support of the shaman to kill the braves that are trying to slow it down. There we go, they're coming now. Even more braves coming now. Okay, now that's just illegal brave blast. Now I do not condone this. They sent braves at the shaman and then he blasted the braves. Come on, that's against the law. You can't do that. That's brave blast. There it is. And because it's green, he has to die as he casts a spell. But there's the volcano. Red's going to run his men over here. Can they get away? They have. That's the thing with volcano. It's a pretty devastating spell if it gets the men. But it's slower than an earthquake, which means you can run all your men away. An earthquake just happens like that. The volcano, you've got to get the eruption and then wait for the lava to spill. And another one! Not the best placement, but I think at this point it's just rubbing it in. Right. Now, what can we do with these shapes, guys? I feel like we can put a bikini over this and do something with it. Anyone got it Photoshop? You can take a screenshot of that there, and well, you do the rest. Okay, red's gonna brew his braves out. Blue's still alive. His land's come back. He's gonna rebuild. That land bridge, that volcano, while interesting, it's not productive. They could have done it here if the shaman could have got there. Warriors would be too heavy and sink. Good point. That's a good point. Well, fire arrows would get put out though. Yeah, fire arrows wouldn't have the flames if they were in the water, I suppose. What is a fire warrior? What is the like? Biologically, how does a fire warrior work? Is it tool? Is it a tool? I guess it's not biologically. It must be like mechanic, physically. What have they got on their hands? That's the question. What have they got? Because you could think maybe they train and become fire warriors. Like, I'm guessing the warriors go in and get a sword and a shield, they pick it up, put it on, they learn to fight a bit. Fire warriors go, what do they put on these fiery gloves and then they just fire them out like someone like... I'm trying to think about a film. There's probably a Marvel film in related to someone with fire warrior type hands. I mean, come on, it's been 10 minutes of delaying the inevitable now. Let's get this over with. Red Shaman's dead, Yellow. Come on in, put a third volcano down. We want to see it. The encyclopedia claims it's the blast spell. Really? Fire warriors are created by training braves or any other follower in the fire training hut. These followers are slower and weaker in hand-to-hand combat than warriors. They do, however, have the ability to cast the blast spell, and they can target buildings or the enemy followers from a distance. Like warriors, they will not perform any menial tasks such as construction and are best suited to guarding or fighting. Alright then, there we go. They do the blast spell out of their hands. Who would have thunk it? That's actually the blast spell. Doesn't look like the blast spell. Maybe it's like a weaker version, because when there's a lot of them, it kind of is like the blast spell. So does the shaman, like, give her mana? She has some sort of mana flow inside the fire warrior hut that she sort of lets them drink from? Oh man, you know, I'm an advocate of just resigning and just saying good game and quitting, because they lost this game 10 minutes ago. Another volcano! You know, I don't know any other like RTS games. I mean, I know Populous is like a hybrid, but when a player knows he's done and the team knows they're done, they just quit. It's a legal game and they quit. Or resign. Well, Populous doesn't have the functionality of a resign feature, but you can still say good game and then quit. I think people have been playing this game long enough now to understand the satisfaction of destroying a tribe right down to the last man. We've all done it. We know what it feels like. You don't have to do it every game. 3 volcanoes here. Please survive. Oh, for God's sake, we've got to wait for him to come back now? Blue's still alive. In the intro movies, the fire warriors are barehanded, so seem to be magic rather than any kind of tool. Yeah. Magical. Magical fire. I guess if this game had like a release in today's world, it would be fire warriors with like glowing fire, like transparent fire. When they cast it, it goes opaque and fires at them, constantly glowing. In this game, it kind of looks like they've just got big yellow mittens on, like it's cold outside. Like, I think in today's time, if a swarm hit a fire warrior and you started running, the flame wouldn't be there because you'd be punching. I think it would be more like you'd have nothing in your hands until you want to use the fireball. Okay, so, I mean, Red's in the base here. What's going on? A couple of goals there to check anyone's in this hut. A couple of swarms there to get in. Now he's got Braves going to get in his way. Can't get in. He can't get in. Lightning them. Blast them. Oh, no. He was in. Oh, sick. That just plopped into the... That just plopped a hole. Plopped. And Blue's back in the middle now with some fire warriors. He's managed to get some fire warriors from his third fire warrior. He's got some Braves up. Shoot him. Shoot him. Don't shoot him then. And he's dead. Okay, well, it looked like they've sort of a little comeback coming now, but... yeah. I don't see it. Trainers at fire and keep my hands on. Yeah. You know any local fire warrior training places? I guess it would be somewhere in Asia, Indonesia, something like that. I had to climb up some sort of huge hill, go through tests of trials of retribution, because I got to try and learn it. It took away 10 years of my life learning to master the fireballs. And then getting hit by a boss and then dying. You know, pointless. Green is in. Is he going to lose his shaman here? Can he get past one brave? He's sinking the land, it did nothing. That one might do something. And another volcano. Just casting everything on one spot, his shaman's probably going to sink. Blue shaman's still alive. Okay, he's gone. Okay, the good game's finally getting called. It took a volcano next to his reincarnation site to be enough to call it good game. I mean, you've got to give it to them. You've got to give it to them in their, you know, their no die mentality. You know, it's respectable. Take back everything I said. They wanted to win. They didn't give up. Never give up in life, guys. Well, that's a flexible saying because sometimes you should give up. If you can't do something, you've been trying to do something forever and you just can't do it. Just give up. Try something else. Do something else. You know, if you want to be like a professional swimmer, but you're afraid of the water, but your dream is to be a professional swimmer, but you just every time you get in the water, you're scared. You've been trying now for 8 years, and every morning you get up, your dad takes you down to the Olympic swimming pool. You get all your clothes on, you get ready for the Olympic training, and you just, I'm scared. The water's too cold. And you warm the water up, and it's just, I might die, I might drown. You know what I mean, guys? Just give up. Try something else. Blue's dead. And now red is left. Well, if blue leaves the game, our spectatorship is over. Wouldn't be a bad thing. The whole walking in a straight line strat doesn't work great. No, neither did standing still for long periods of time. I mean, keeping your shaman standing still. It's a new strat, not an optimal one, but at least they're trying new things, players. Yeah. Oh. Have you considered a career as a motivational speaker? I have not considered a career. Punto. Full stop. Period. Slash dot dash dot. I have not considered a career. And for God's sake, still alive. Just give up. Quit, please. What time is it? I've got time for another one. Unless they don't quit and just draw it out. 37 minutes. This was over in 19 minutes, guys. You remember? This was over in 19 minutes. We're watching people here with too much time on their hands, you know? They don't have a daughter that could wake up at any moment. They can just play another game of Populous. Lucky bastards. I'm still going. Anyone in the matchmaking right now? Because I mean, I would tab out. Increase the speed. Yeah. What we need is like spectator options, and then like a master spectator option. Like someone who can influence the game, like someone who's like, you've got your 4 players and then you've got an actual like the god role, so you've got like a 5th player who can make things happen. This does not please me. You can just cast a lightning on some player. Obviously you'd have to be biased. It'd be no bias. I don't know if I could make that work. I'm tired of watching this now and just erode the entire land. You must appease the 5th player. Like it's all 4 players against, like, I don't know. I'm just brainstorming. A 5th god player who you must pay tribute to. If you fail to give him stacks of wood, there will be consequences. Starting a new game, leave quick. Yeah, this is over, guys. I'm not watching this for another 30 minutes, right? Well played, yellow and green, but don't drag it out. Jesus. Jesus, there's the final stats, guys. 40 minutes, Nübrimnir Palace. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves.